So there's this new absolutely amazing MMO, but sadly no one's really playing it.
There's new MMO.
You know what MMO that no one is talking about?
What's that?
That I think is gonna be super fucking pog.
What's that?
Chat, try to guess it. I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to guess.
Barbie Planet, based on the new Barbie movie.
Tell me. I bet
Raid
you.
Shadow
This
Legends.
is how much this game is going under the
Raid
radar.
Shadow Legends.
Nobody's gonna.
That would actually be really good. Because believe it or not, Raid Shadow Legends is technically a fun game for at least a year and a half until it kind of gets dull.
Fucking nobody. I guarantee no one actually mentions it. Excuse me, in chat, unless you're my mod, because you might know what I'm talking about. Definitely not the Riot MMO. Everyone's talking about the Riot MMO. Obviously
Yeah,
not
Riot
Ashes,
MMO is
everyone
going
knows
in
about
under the
Ashes.
radar.
See, none of
definitely.
you guys are gonna actually say this. I guarantee I'm gonna say this MMO,
Tell us.
and you guys are gonna be like, oh yeah, that is a big one. That could potentially be amazing.
I feel he's cog blocking us for no reason.
Say, I literally said, unless you're my fucking mod. And there goes my mod, just fucking spoils it for everybody.
And there goes Zen.
Fucking Zen, man.
Who is it?
Fucking
Okay.
Zen. Yeah, Ghost Crawlers MMO.
Okay.
They're gonna be releasing information on this very early.
What is that?
I have a new team. We're making a new game for.
I already messaged him about this. I told him to come on my stream and talk about it. He responded. He said, yeah. Where is it? I'll show you guys. He says there's a new team. I said, when you're ready, I'd love to talk about the game and what your vision for it will be. And he responded. He said, you got it. And then everybody else was telling him not to talk to me because I suck.
True.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that.
With a new IP. While I am by far not the smartest designer in the business, I do think I'm reasonably good at listening and talking to players. And that is the foundation upon which we all wish to build this new studio. Why do I think we can be successful in the difficult MMO business? We are going to develop out in the open. You will get to see and play a game very early.
Hey, until the moment the people start complaining about the game, and at which point, well, there's no more early access. It got early deleted.
Yo, like, that doesn't make me a lot of confidence. That's not the right way to say that, but it is what it is. Look at Ashes of Creation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it.
Like, it's up and down, bro. Like, that's like a fucking Dogecoin prices. It's like,
If you love the game, you will help us make it better.
Has Dogecoin ever done that, I wonder?
If you don't love the game,
Yeah.
we'd certainly love to know that ad well so we can fix it.
Sure.
yeah, that as well.
We're gonna have
probably.
an open kitchen, the kind where you sit down and watch the food get prepared and get to taste it on the way. I think that is so.
By the way, is Ghost Crawler the guy who was hailed as the hero of Blizzard because he really loved the game and yet did nothing really for it?
Chipotle.
Amazing. Seriously, one of the
Or
big-
is that another guy? Because I seriously don't remember.
There
biggest
every
chat.
day.
What I hope my mic volume isn't like
By the way, Chipotle should sponsor me.
No.
gonna blow you up because it was far away from my mouth. One of the biggest killers for MMORPGs, chat, is
They did? Yeah, I know.
expectation.
True.
Do it again.
Expectation.
True.
That is the biggest issue and challenge, in my opinion,
You can't expect good things because good things never happen.
with the Riot MMO. Name
Yeah.
me one MMO that's released in the past, I don't know, 10 fucking years, maybe outside of WoW, that released as a brand new game, completely new, and was just fucking really good at launch.
Lost Ark was really good at launch for 2
True,
months.
true.
Everybody was having so much fun
True.
for 2 months. I also think that
True.
Final Fantasy, like, I feel like Shadowbringers and also Endwalker.
Isn't Final Fantasy the game that you need to play 20 hours first and then the game gets good? Yeah, I don't think that's a good state of a game, honestly.
A lot of the people that played that, I only heard good things. V Rising, yes, the notable
V Rising
MMO
is
V
still
Rising.
good, yeah, but it's not an MMO.
Oh, well, I forgot. Oh, what about Vampire Survivors also too? Yeah, true.
Best MMO.
I think Dragonflight received mostly positive feedback.
Dragonflight received a lot of positive feedback, but the problem with Dragonflight is it's too late. Blizzard cannot make one good World of Warcraft expansion and bring the players back. They need to do it like 4 times in a row, and then people are maybe going to slowly start en masse thinking, maybe I should actually play this and it's not a waste of my time. And then the 5th expansion will come and it's going to destroy all hopes and dreams yet again. Because that's the Blizzard way. Well, actually, Blizzard is incapable of doing 2 good things in a row. So, after Dragonflight, it's probably bust again. But, you know, at least Dragonflight was kind of good.
World of Warcraft Dragonflight? It's just that I think a lot of people are like so far gone with WoW, they're not really ready to come back.
Yeah.
The only game I can think
he knows my points. He knows my points well.
Of
he's a fan.
Was Arcade Vanilla Arcade. That's the only one. Vanilla Arcade. BDO? Really? BDO was solid. Don't get me wrong.
BDO, whenever it came out, people were really unhappy with the way that it was monetized.
Well, monetization. Well, actually, no. As I said before, people complain about the monetization only if the game is lacking. If the game is not lacking, people don't care about the 15 battle passes, 200 trillion skins that actually give you power, and all the pay-to-win shenanigans that the game has implemented and is pushing in your face daily. As long as the game good, don't matter.
Because, like, back then, you gotta understand, like, back then, people actually had,
integrity? Brains?
Self-respect.
No, that's not true.
And so, because of that, people weren't happy about the microtransactions in the game. But over time, you know, the development companies have kind of, you know, whittled that away, and so now people are okay with it.
Really?
No,
BDO?
No. Video, no.
Yeah, so there is a lot.
People are very positive about BDO on release, like NA release, though. It's just like after a
I
while,
didn't play it,
like
I don't
people
know.
still didn't play it for that reason, though. And also, like BDO still came out at the same time that like WoW was kind of hype, so it was like hard for another MMO to like really kind of, you know.
But it's actually true. People don't play some games when it's just, oh, it's pay to win, it's microtransaction. Hell, I know a lot of people that did not play Lost Ark just because they heard it's pay to win. Even though in Lost Ark, despite everything, I will tell you for a fact, you don't need any of that pay-to-win crap to play the game properly. You don't need to have everything perfect always. You're gonna get still pubs going and things happening, and it's not gonna be a problem. You're gonna get a clan. But because of the negativity surrounding the pay-to-win aspect, a lot of people didn't go play it. Again, I have literally friends that even didn't care that I said, hey, Lost Ark's pretty good, actually. The pay-to-win crap doesn't really matter. And they're like, nah, I don't like the pay-to-win crap. I heard too much about it. And they didn't play it.
Of room. My point is there's a lot of room for improvement. Every MMO takes time to get better. Yeah. So everyone's looking at Riot as the new MMO, right?
Yes, Riot's amazing.
As the savior of MMOs.
Yes.
What happens if it comes out and it's not that great at the?
Well, people are gonna play something else probably. The reality is, Riot's MMO is gonna come out, and guess what? 50 other things are gonna come out, and a lot of them are gonna be pay to free. So I want Riot MMO to succeed, but at the same time, if it doesn't, it's not a big deal.
Start. Statistically speaking, yeah, it should probably not be nearly as good as what it could potentially be, but because
yeah, well, of course, right? Because again, it's the video game paradox. The less you know about a game, the more excited you are, and the more you know about a game, the less excited you are. The amount of games that don't follow that paradigm, it's like a handful.
There's so much expectation on the Riot MMO. I feel like that is a very interesting factor with that game. WildStar launch, WildStar is another really good example. WildStar had huge expectations, massive.
True.
That shit died in months.
I think WildStar died in like weeks, honestly.
Months. To this day, it's kind of a mystery to me
because they listened to a bunch of fucking losers that didn't understand why WoW is popular. Some dipshits probably told the people that worked at WildStar, oh, WoW is popular because you had to get a lot of attunements and farm a lot. No, that's not why it was popular, dumb.
Dude, I quit burning Legion because I couldn't just... I couldn't, okay? When you need to do an attunement and no tank is online in your guild and you literally need to wait 4 hours to find a pub? Nah, fam. If attunements take 5 minutes, okay, sure, whatever. I'm gonna spend 20 minutes doing attunements, that's fine. But when attunements are literally something that takes a week just because tanks don't exist, I'm sorry, it's a bad mechanic.
Fuck. It was popular because it played well, and it was fun, it was casual. Like, because people don't... They're so stupid. Like, WoW was popular because it was easy.
Didn't think it was that bad of a game. Died in months, right?
Good.
So, Greg's approach with their MMO, talking about this out in the open, showing, you know, just being very transparent. I think it's a very effective way of going about it. And it will definitely help with that expectation factor when it comes out. I'm super excited about this game. It is 100% the game that no one is actually talking about. Maybe...
Well, I mean, like, I actually haven't made a video about this either. It's a good point. I mean, he's kind of right.
One?
I don't think
What
anybody
video?
really has. I think that, like, obviously them announcing, and like, isn't Holinka working with them too? Because like Holinka left Blizzard, I think he's working over with Ghostcrawler. So like,
Man, I'm not gonna lie. If I hear a bunch of ex-Blizzard developers made a studio and now they're making games, it's gonna be, yeah, sure. The same people who could make a good game previously. Sure, yeah. Those people are now magically just gonna make a game because, you know, I don't even know what I'm supposed to. I don't think ex-Blizzard employees are gonna make wonders, okay? I think the only guy who actually did a good job was what's-his-face from Hearthstone, because Marvel Snap is actually currently, literally without any doubt, the best card game on the market. By a landslide, by the way. No other game comes even close to be just as casually fun, yet as competitively in-depth, and, well, honestly, pretty decently balanced for a majority of things.
Hope that they're able to make a good game. Like, I get it. Like, but I'm not, like, you know,
He
we'll see what
knows.
happens.
He
Fuck,
knows.
I
He
mean,
doesn't
I
trust
hope
Blizzard.
so, but what's that really going to be?
this just turns out to be some, I don't know, some
Game doesn't exist yet.
small
yeah.
budget game that doesn't really, you know, take off and is whatever, maybe. But I don't
give a
know.
fuck about small budget. You have a small budget game, but you can make it good.
Yep, true.
Budget's no excuse.
A lot of games
It's
made by
either
one
good or
dude.
it's bad. Budget, yeah, it helps, but it can also hurt. Bigger budget, bigger expectations. Bigger expectations, bigger ways to hedge those bets.
Man, with Greg behind the scenes, I had the opportunity to interview Greg when he was running the show for the Riot MMO.
Yeah, it was really cool he did that.
I got to talk to him at great lengths, and it was
By the way, who the hell is this failed mukbanger?
good.
I wonder if this like, first of all, I'm surprised he doesn't have like a clause in his whenever he left Riot that he can't make another MMO
Yeah.
for a while, right? Like a non-compete, I think
Yeah.
it's called in English.
Yeah,
Yes.
non-compete.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm surprised that there's not that, first of all.
yeah.
And second, I wonder if he left.
Well, a non-compete is what, maximum a year, I guess? I don't know how long a non-compete is on average, honestly. But it shouldn't be longer than like a year or something, right? Did they just do it recently?
Basically because of creative differences.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause if
that's a
he's-
good point. He actually
'cause if
says
he's
right here.
willing to make an MMO like right after, it doesn't mean like that. Like, okay, I don't want to work in an MMO anymore. This is not the environment for me. And MMO, it's not for me.
Yeah.
So now this like makes me think. Okay,
Yeah,
there were some creative
too.
differences there, and like amicably or whatever, they went their different ways, and now he's actually making another MMO. So it's kind of surprising that like it's interesting.
What we know is that Greg was leading
He was leading the Riot MMO. He leaves the company. He's making his own MMO. I think it's pretty fair to assume that there were creative differences or there was some sort of misalignment.
True.
Was running the show.
Oh, that's what they're talking about. I was lost. Yeah, this conversation kind of like fucking dull, not gonna lie.
For the Riot MMO.
Yeah. Asmongold, spice it up. Like, why are you even here at this point? Like, make it more interesting. Talk about some random garbage.
He did have some family.
Now,
he had
yeah, that's also that true. Like he had a bunch of family issues, and he doesn't like his family's.
His sister was hooked on cocaine and dicks. She died from dicks. Cocaine probably had a role in it also. Yeah, and his brother, he died from cocaine and dicks also. More dicks than his sister, but the cocaine was involved also. It's a horrible story.
He's not in California. They were in like Texas or something like that. So he also moved back. So it could be that as well, which makes a lot of sense. It's very hard to say. He didn't want to go back to the office. Yeah, exactly.
He had some of that family stuff, but I think it's pretty clear based off wording that he left in order to pursue this project.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Amazing.
I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean for the Riot MMO? What does that mean for this one? All I know is I'm really excited for this MMO, and I will tell you this right now. I am 100% going to be covering this MMO. And
yeah,
I'll laugh if it's a failure.
I have already reached out, and hopefully we can get some good content for you pretty soon. And I'm confident that that we'll be able to do so.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I definitely hope it will. I'll link you guys a video, by the way. It's a canon video. This is pretty good. What MMO are they talking about? An unannounced MMO being made by Greg Street, aka Ghost Crawler.
Yeah, because that name's supposed to ring you, I don't know, like a lot of good things. I seriously need to run down who that guy was.
He worked at Riot. He, set up the
Oh, Ghost Crawler, right. He was Riot.
For the Riot MMO, and also...
No, but he was from Blizzard, then he went to Riot.
He worked at Blizzard, and he was one of the lead guys for World of Warcraft.
Yeah, lead guys who ruined the game and made all the bad decisions. And now this champion is gonna make something better. Yeah, doesn't seem too convincing.
Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria days. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say what's really going to happen with this. I don't know.
Probably
I mean,
nothing.
Again, I think that, like, what are my expectations with this game? How do I think it's going to go? It could be anything. I think people, like, especially if they're working as a small team, it's going to be really hard for them to keep up with a lot of these new developers, because we are getting a number of... actually like big name MMOs, right? Palia just came out. People were excited about that one. That Chrono Odyssey game, I think that's like probably the best looking. And like,
man, I didn't believe Chrono Odyssey was real. I thought that's some kind of magical cash grab, but then people told me in the comments, hey, no, this is on the new Unreal Engine, so all of this is possible, and it's legit, which is kind of mind-blowing.
Visually the most promising game, but Throne Liberty looked that way too. So like, we'll see what happened.
Yeah,
what happens. And so there are going to be a number of other MMOs coming out kind of soon. So it's like,
It's sad that the disaster of Throne and Liberty is just going to fade into the background, and we're not going to remember about the good times. When we actually saw how much of a disaster it is. Sad, but it is what it is. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sid. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye!